beyond birth and death. There is no sin here, no aging, no death, no sorrow, no hunger, no thirst. The true self carries true desires and true will. This is what you must seek and come to know. When you know your true self, you gain all worlds. All desires are fulfilled. Even within this body, the energy of the universe does not age. Even when the body is wounded and dies, the soul does not die. The soul is truth itself, and within it, all desires are held. The true self knows no distinction between right and wrong. It does not age. It does not die. It carries no sorrow, no worry, no thirst. All rivers flow to the ocean and become one. All sensations are felt through the skin. All scents are perceived through the nose. Just as all things converge into one place, all beings too return to one source. The origin of the universe is the true nature of the world, and that origin, that source, is not matter. It is consciousness, dissolved into and woven through all of existence. Whether beings know their true nature or not, they arise from the source and return to the source. The origin of the universe being the true nature of all things. This is like dissolving a lump of salt into water. You cannot grasp the salt with your hands. Yet wherever you taste the water, it is salt. In the same way, the great source, boundless and without limit, is dissolved into all the world as pure consciousness. All living things arise together and dissolve back into the place from which they came. When you truly know this, you come to understand that there is no longer any separate, individual consciousness. This body is simply a temporary dwelling for the true self, the self that does not die. And so the body, in its truest nature, is caught between joy and sorrow, because as long as you have a body, joy and sorrow will arise. Yet joy and sorrow cannot touch the transcendent true self that exists beyond the body. In ancient India, people believed that performing sacred rituals for the gods was the most important duty of a human life. These rituals were led by priests called Brahmins, who chanted sacred verses and offered gifts to the gods. Because this work was considered so sacred and worthy of reverence, the priestly class was regarded as the highest among all castes. The purpose of ritual was to live well in this life and in the life beyond. Like anyone, people wished to thrive now and to be well received in the world after death. And so they offered sacrifices to the gods. But as more and more people performed these rituals, competition began. The ceremonies grew grander. What had once been about sincerity became increasingly about spectacle. Where once a simple offering of grain burned in fire was enough, people began giving away prized cattle and distributing wealth to priests and neighbors, all to make their rituals more impressive than the next. In this story, there is a greedy priest who seeks blessings in this world and the next by offering up all his possessions. He decides to offer 10 of his cows in sacrifice, hoping to receive the admiration of others and greater favor from the gods. This priest had a son. His name was Nachiketa. In ancient India, caste was inherited. If the father was a priest, the son would be a priest as well. Nachiketa had been preparing earnestly to become a worthy priest, studying poetry and sacred texts, learning the laws of righteousness, reading the night sky to understand auspicious timing, mastering the rites of sacrifice, and memorizing the hymns that please the gods. One day, Nachiketa went out into the courtyard and saw his father preparing for a great ceremony. His father had instructed servants to lead all the family's cows to the ritual grounds. Nachiketa watched and thought, "Today, Father is offering the cows as sacrifice." But as he looked more closely, he noticed something troubling. Every single cow was old. None of them could give milk any longer. None could bear calves. They had been milked dry and had nothing left to give. A thought rose quietly in Nachiketa's mind. With cows as worn out as these, cows that can no longer eat grass, drink water, give milk, or bear young, no matter how much one wishes for it, such an offering cannot carry anyone to a world of true joy. Nachiketa had committed himself to becoming a priest of integrity. Seeing the state of the animals meant to be offered to the gods, his heart was troubled. Should we not offer to the divine only what is most precious, what is given with wholehearted sincerity? So Nachiketa asked his father, "Father, then to whom will you offer me? Even if one is to offer what is most dear in a sacrifice, how could a father offer his own child?" His father was naturally furious. "What kind of nonsense is that? Get out of my sight." But Nachiketa kept asking, gently and persistently. His father, overcome with anger, blurted out, "I'll give you to the god of death." Those words struck Nachiketa like thunder. The god of death, Yama, the lord of the underworld. A wave of curiosity and wonder washed over him about death, the afterlife, and the meaning of a human life. Every person, no matter how wise or great, grows old and dies, like grain ripening in a field, only to sprout again. Nachiketa turned to his father and spoke quietly. "Father, If death comes for us all anyway, why do you gather precious things for ritual? I am going to meet Yama myself, to ask him why we are born, why we must die, and what is the purpose of living if we are all to die in the end. With the resolve of a warrior setting out on a great journey, Nachiketa bowed to his father and walked away. His father reached out to stop him, but it was no use. His most precious possession, his beloved son, was gone. Disbelief, grief, and deep regret for his own careless words washed over him. After a long and difficult journey, Nachiketa arrived at the gates of the underworld. He went to Yama's palace and waited for someone to appear. One day passed, then 2, then 3. No one came, not even a whisper of movement. Still, Nachiketa waited, afraid that if he left, even for a moment, he might miss his chance. In ancient India, a Brahmin, a member of the priestly class, was entitled to be received with great respect wherever he went. Nachiketa was young, but by birth he was a Brahmin. To have a Brahmin wait for 3 days without food or welcome was considered a serious breach of duty. On the 3rd day, the doors finally opened. The figure who emerged was neither monstrous nor fearsome, but there was a gravity and dignity about him that made it immediately clear. This was Yama himself, the god of death. "O Brahmin," said Yama, "I bow to you. You are a guest who deserves reverence, and yet you have spent 3 nights in my home without food or welcome. In place of those 4 days, I will grant you 3 wishes. Ask, and it shall be done." Nachiketa felt a quiet relief. He had worried about how to begin. Now the door had opened on its own. He wanted most to ask about death. But first, his heart turned to his father, who must be grieving back home. He thought carefully and chose wisely. "O God of death," Nachiketa said clearly, "please allow me to return to my father, and please let his anger soften so that he may receive me with joy. This is my first wish." Yama, the one who weighs the deeds of every life and renders judgment, looked at this calm, devoted boy and felt something stir within him. He agreed at once. Though Nachiketa had left without looking back, he had never stopped worrying about his father. Now it was time for the second wish. These were 3 wishes earned by walking into the realm of death. They had to be chosen with great care. Nachiketa thought deeply and turned his attention to the question of ritual. Could offering cows truly carry someone to a better world? And what did that better world actually mean? Was it even possible? "O God of death," he said, "I have heard that you know of Agni, the sacred fire that is the path to the heavens, where there is no fear, no aging, no hunger, no thirst, no sorrow, only happiness. Please teach me about this Agni. This is my second wish. Yama found himself increasingly moved by this boy, so thoughtful, so sincere. He could see that Nachiketa was not asking about ritual as a transaction, a way to get what he wanted. He genuinely wanted to understand the meaning behind it. And so Yama gladly granted the second wish as well. The path to the heavens is Agni, the god of fire. Agni is the way to the immortal world. And know this, Agni also dwells within you, in the deep cave of your own being. In ancient India, when performing a ritual, priests would build a square altar, kindle a fire within it, and welcome Agni, the fire deity, into that flame. Into this fire they offered grain, butter, and other sacred gifts. Whether praying for rain, or for a good harvest, or to honor the earth, it was always Agni who received the offerings first, transforming them into smoke and carrying them up to the gods in the heavens. That the offering is completely consumed by fire, leaving only smoke to rise to the divine, means that what matters is not the size or grandeur of the gift, but the sincerity of the heart behind it. Even a single grain of rice, offered to Agni with wholehearted devotion, is enough to open the path to heaven. Agni, then, is the path. Just as someone who doesn't know the way cannot reach their destination, someone who performs ritual without understanding the meaning of Agni, without understanding sincerity, cannot arrive anywhere, no matter how elaborate their ceremony. Now Nachiketa clearly understood. Ritual performed without true meaning, without sincere devotion, is nothing more than empty form. Only one wish remained. The question Nachiketa had carried from the very beginning, the one that had set him on this journey. Why are we born? Why do we age, fall ill, and die? And where do we go when we die? Nachiketa's heart was pounding. He steadied himself and spoke. I want to understand those who have passed from this world. Some say the dead still exist in some form. Others say that death is simply the end. Please grant me the wisdom to resolve this question. This is my third wish. At these words, Yama's expression shifted. He lowered his voice as if choosing each word with great care. This question has been doubted even by the gods themselves. It is far too difficult a matter. I cannot explain it easily. Nachiketa, please ask for something else instead. But Nachiketa did not back down. O God of death, if even the gods have wondered about this, and even you say it cannot be easily known, then I must know it all the more. Who else could teach me something so profound? And I have no other wish. This is the only one. Yama was caught. He had made a promise, and Nachiketa was not going to let it go. So Yama tried to offer him something else instead. Long life, health, wealth, pleasure. He would grant anything if only Nachiketa would not ask about death. But Nachiketa was unmoved. O God of death, those pleasures are fleeting. They fade without warning. They wear away at a person's true strength. In this short life of mine, they have no place. Keep them for yourself. Human beings are never truly satisfied by wealth alone. I will earn what I am meant to earn. My life will last only as long as you govern it. What I want, what I truly want, is the teaching about death, nothing else. Once I have come to know the nature of the immortal, of that which does not age or die, what wise person could still cling to the small pleasures of this world? O God of death, please teach me. Do the dead still exist or not? What is that world they have gone to? I know this is a profound and sacred mystery, not to be shared carelessly, but I have nothing else to ask. Nachiketa's longing for this answer could not be exchanged for money, comfort, or ease. He already knew the most important question in life is not how to live comfortably, but how to live rightly. Yama hesitated. The mystery of death is not something to be revealed to just anyone. The truth of death is not only difficult to grasp. When misunderstood, it can lead a person to become dangerously obsessed with death and the soul. But faced with a boy whose mind was so clear and whose heart was so certain, Yama finally agreed to answer. He was not sure whether this young child would truly be able to understand. And so, with a mixture of concern and hope, he began to speak. It has no sound, no texture, no form, no taste, no beginning, no end, no scent. It is the immortal. It is without beginning and without end. It is transcendent and utterly still. The one who knows this true existence in that very moment is freed from the mouth of death. Nachiketa did not yet fully understand. And so Yama explained, one step at a time. The word Atman means the self, your true self, your true nature. To understand why people die, you must first understand what a person truly is. The true nature of a human being is an eternal existence that does not die. But people live without knowing this. In the flow of ordinary life, there is no obvious clue that points to it. And so, not knowing their own true nature, they are unable to return to their original home, the place of immortality. They are born, they grow, they age, they die, and the cycle repeats. Death, then, is not an ending. It is a repetition. As long as one does not know one's true nature, one continues to be born and to die, without meaning, without resolution. But when a person truly comes to know their true nature, they finally attain not death, but eternal life. This is a world far greater than the heaven that ordinary people seek through ritual. True heaven is not simply a paradise in the sky. It is the state of complete freedom, no longer being reborn, no longer aging, no longer falling ill or dying. It is the most liberated and joyful state of existence. Nachiketa felt the confusion in his mind begin to settle and clear. A person does not end when the body dies. There is a true nature that exists even without a body. And this true nature, until it fulfills the purpose of its existence, continues to take on new bodies and return to the world. This is reincarnation. To be freed from this cycle, one must awaken to one's own true nature. They spoke for a long time, losing track of the hours. Yama answered with his whole heart, doing everything he could to help Nachiketa understand the profound truth of death and eternal life. Death is simply the other side of immortality, the reverse face of eternal life. Only the one who understands eternal life can truly understand death. At last, Nachiketa came to understand. Death and eternal life are two sides of the same coin. He learned that ritual alone cannot carry the soul across death. And he came to know the secret of death, a secret not meant for everyone. Nachiketa took his 3 gifts, the answers to his 3 wishes, and returned to his father. No matter how beautiful a reflection appears in the water, what truly matters is not the reflection. It is the one being reflected. Whatever form it takes, what is always present within that form is the true nature of the person. Sin belongs to the body. Aging, death, sorrow, hunger, thirst. These are the changes and losses that happen to the body. All of these arise from the physical form and have nothing to do with the true nature of the self. The Creator wished to tell his children, if you identify yourself with the body, you will continue to suffer because of the body. The true self at the center of my being, this Atman, is smaller than a grain of rice, smaller than a barley seed, smaller than a mustard seed, smaller than a millet grain, smaller than the kernel within a millet grain. And yet, the true self at the center of my being is also greater than the earth, greater than the sky, greater than the heavens, greater than all of these combined. The true nature of original existence has no form. It cannot easily be seen, but the one who wishes to see their own true nature no longer lives with the goal of simply filling a hungry stomach. They pursue a far greater aim, complete freedom. This is the desire for liberation. The one who sees themselves as Atman holds only this desire, not the small desires of the moment, but the desire for liberation. They do not look to others to decide their actions. They think for themselves, choose for themselves, and act from within themselves. Because the true self, the real I, the true being, is originally a self-sufficient existence. It carries true will and pursues truth. In this way, every being is precious and sacred because of the true nature within them. The one who knows this comes to see all the world as precious and comes to truly value themselves as well. This is the most important knowledge that no living being should ever forget. The person who does not know the limits of the body, who confines themselves to nothing more than this physical form, becomes consumed by the endless desire to decorate and fill that body. But the one who knows the true self finds their consciousness expanding. They no longer dwell in the ordinary world of the senses. They come to rest in the world of true nature, the world made of the true essence of all beings. And there, every desire finds its resolution within. This is the knowledge of the true self that the Creator most wished to share with His children. The body is born, it grows, it ages, it hungers, it thirsts, it turns on a wheel without meaning. And that is simply what the body does. Do not be bound by it. Open the eyes that can see your true nature and set your sights on a greater purpose, a deeper meaning for your life. Whatever kind of being you are, to see your own true nature, you must release your attachment to the body. Because as long as you believe the body is who you are, there is no room to see what you truly are. When attachment to the body falls away, desire falls away with it. And when desire falls away, all the suffering and change that comes from desire falls away as well.